Rishi Sunak urged to speak out by Tory peer as Islamophobia row deepens. This is in response to what the former Deputy Conservative Party Chairman Lee Anderson said in an interview with GB News on Friday about the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, who is Muslim. Let's have a listen.
I don't actually believe that these Islamists have got control of our country, but what I do believe is they've got control of Khan, and they've got control of London, and they've got control of Storm as well. And this stems with Khan. He's actually given our capital city away to his mates.
Rachel, are Lee Anderson's words that we've just heard there Islamophobic?
Well, Lee Anderson's words were wrong. They were unacceptable, and that's why
I know that we've heard that from the Prime Minister, but are they Islamophobic?
So I am just repeating to you what the Prime Minister said.
The words of Lee Anderson, would you regard them as Islamophobic?
Well, I've been very clear that what Lee said was wrong, it was unacceptable, and that's why we suspended the whip. And it's important that everybody, but particularly elected politicians, are careful with their words and do not inflame tensions.
But there's a difference between wrong and Islamophobic. Were they Islamophobic?
Well, I think the most important thing is that the words were wrong.
You say it was wrong. Was it racist?
Well, it was wrong, and I'm not going to get into arguing about the rights and wrongs of what he said. It was wrong. In my book, wrong is a strong word. It was not
different
true.
word to racist.
As I said, Sadiq Khan's got a terrible record on his track record as Mayor of London.
That's not my question, Mr. Harper. You've already dealt with that matter. My question is, was it racist what he said?
Well, look, I'm not going to get into a detailed analysis of what he said. What he said was wrong, and it wasn't true. He shouldn't have said it. He failed to take the opportunity to retract those comments and apologise. That's why there was firmly...
Lots of people are wrong. I'm wrong on a daily basis. I'm not a racist.
No, but what he said about Sadiq Khan was profoundly
racist?
Wrong. Those things were not true. They're not true, and what he said was wrong.
Do you believe his comments were racist?
I think that what Lee said was completely unacceptable. It was wrong.
Why was it necessary for Lee Anderson to have the whip suspended? Where was the tolerance there?
Well, Nick, respectfully, I think what Lee said was wrong.
Yeah.
And as a result of what he said, he had the whip removed from him. That's robust
what was it
action.
Specifically that meant the whip had to go? We agree it was wrong, but why was it wrong?
Nick, it was wrong. Lee
but why
said,
was it wrong?
What he said was wrong. As a result of what he said, the whip was removed from him. That was robust action. That was robust action that was taken.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
It was wrong, Nick, because of what he said, and robust action was taken as a result.
Let's try this a different way. Was it Islamophobic?
What he said was wrong, and robust action was taken, and the whip was removed within 24 hours.
Minister, was it Islamophobic?
Nick, it was wrong.
Minister, I'm going to, and I'm normally a very polite man, I'm actually going to effectively put the fact, I'll ask you now, for the third time, I've asked you 6 times why it was necessary. For the third time, was it Islamophobic?
Nick, it was wrong.
I'll have to curtail the interview there. I'm grateful for your time, but enough already. Michael Tomlinson is the Minister of State for Illegal Migration, unable to answer a question.
The words of Lee Anderson, would you regard them as Islamophobic?
Well, I've been very clear.
I think I'll just give the final word on this to the always magnificent Rosie Holt.
You say it was wrong. Was it racist?
Well, it was wrong. It was wrong. And I'm not afraid to come out and say it was wrong. And for me, saying something is wrong is very strong. It's very strong in my book. You know, I've got the dictionary here. And when I go to wrong, I've highlighted it. And I only highlight really strong words. And when someone says, you know, she condemned something in the strongest terms, well, for me, the strongest terms I could use is wrong, because usually I think I say things are right. But in this case, I'm saying it was wrong.